Good morning, friends. Teresa from Star Styles Homestead. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome. Thanks for being here. So I started this thinking I was videoing. I took a stupid picture. And then all of a sudden, as I'm talking to you, my thing shut off. I'm like, duh, Teresa. It's one of those days. So what I have here, I'm making a Portuguese sweetbread ring. Actually, I'm going to cut it down and make 2 rings. It's new to me. I got this recipe from DIY Nancy G, I think it is. What's Nancy G? She's the girl I told you yesterday that I get my some of my recipes from, my Portuguese recipes. And I seen this and I said, oh, that looks really good. So, as I was doing the other video, I got my yeast and warm water. This is a ½ a cup of lukewarm water. 1½ tablespoons of yeast, a teaspoon of all-purpose flour, and a teaspoon of sugar. So I'm just going to set this over there and cover it and let it sit for 10 minutes. I have everything else ready. I am going to zest this lemon. I have my eggs sitting over there. My flour's right here. I actually decided, you know what, this was all out from last night's cookies. I said, I'm going to sift it. So I put my flour and my teaspoon of salt in here. I really need to go invest in a new one of these. So I have in here 5 cups of all-purpose flour and a teaspoon of salt. Okay. I'm looking forward to this. I hope it comes out as good as hers did. My stick of butter. I'm going to put it in this pan. This is on low. Grab a paper towel. 2 tablespoons of Crisco shortening. 1 cup of milk, the zest of 1 lemon, and we're just putting this in here just to melt it all. We're not looking to boil it. You want it on low, let it go slowly, just to melt. That's all. And your salt, but I put my salt in with my, let me break that butter up. I put it in with my flour, so, oops. Okay, so, that's what we're getting there. Once that's done, I'll show you where we go on to the next step. Okay, friends, I am shutting this off now. It's all melted. I am going to take it off that burner and just let it cool. You can do this first because this is going to take about 15 minutes. So it's 10:45. So about 11 o'clock I'll start doing the next step. And then do your yeast. Mine's already blooming very nicely. So I'm just going to wait until that, about 15 minutes. The bloom will be fine. I just want that to cool down before I start doing my eggs and mixing this in because you do not want that hot. So I shall return. All right, friends, on to the next step. Okay, this is obviously good. All nice and full of bubbles. So what I'm going to do, and I switched that from my hot pan into a cool bowl to help it cool down quicker. So anyway, I have 3 eggs. Put them all 3 in with my whisk attachment. And I'm going to mix those on high for about a minute. I'll edit right to the end of this video. Okay. I'm going to shut that off. Now, I just tested it. It's just warm. I'm just going to mix this milk and butter mixture. Dump it right in there. And then mix that until combined. And then we're going to add our yeast mixture. So, put all that right in there. Get that well combined. I don't want to waste any of this, because I definitely want this to rise better than my cookies did yesterday. Okay. And now, we're going to add the flour. All right, friends. Now, we're going to add all our flour. I'm going to leave that I'm not going to put my dough hook on yet. I'm just going to put all this flour in. Usually you put your dough hook on as soon as you add the flour. Get it all in there. Let that mix just for about a minute. Just to start getting it combined in there. Let me show you. Okay, just enough. Just to mix it up a little bit. Now, I'm going to take that out of there. Which really didn't make sense because now I got to clean it off of this. But it'll come off. Actually, I'll put it back on and let it shoot out like I usually do. Oh yeah, much easier. I have the bowl down. And now, put your dough hook on. All right. You don't want this going any more than a 2 or 3, depending on how far yours goes. Mine goes up to 10, so I'm just going to leave it on a 3 and for 5 minutes, and then I'll be back. You see, this dough is kind of sticky. So now we're going to take it out of this bowl. I'm just going to use my bowl that I had the flour in. And I'm going to dump it right into this bowl. This is very sticky. And we're going to, no oil or anything. This doesn't look as sticky as Nancy's did. Hers is really sticky. But, okay, now I'm just going to cover it. Get a clean towel, and we're going to put it in a warm place for 20 minutes. I am going to turn my oven light on, and I'm just going to stick it in the oven with the light on for 20 minutes, just to keep it warm. And then we're going to take it out and we'll knead it up a little bit and put it back in for another 20. While I was waiting for that to go, I got these beautiful flowers delivered to me today with no note. I'm assuming it's from my husband. I'll find out when he comes out. Anyway, I'll be right back. All right, friends, first 20 is done. Look at that. That bad dog started rising already. Now, we're going to take 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil and put it around the outside, not on it. I took my rings off so I can do this. And then we're just going to knead it 10 or 12 times. Okay. I'll just flip this. Okay. And now we're going to cover it back up and do it for another 20. So I'm going to put it back in the oven for 20 more minutes. Alrighty, friends. Wow. I don't think that's going to take long to rise when I finally put it in. This is the second time. Okay. This is the other tablespoon of oil. I'm just going to pour it around the edges just like I did the first time. And we're going to do the same thing. Ah, this smells so good. That lemon. Ah. Okay. Oops, I'm moving on you. Okay. And now, this is going on a rise for 1.5 to 2 hours or until double, triple in size. And there we have it. I'll be back. All right, friends, here it is. We went out to lunch. That's more than doubled. Hour and a half later.
Hi, friends.
Angelica. So, we are going to take this out of the bowl. Let me take my rings off. And I'll show you what we're going to do from here. We're not punching this bread down. Okay? Let me get you outside of my flowers. You see my flowers, Ange?
Oh.
We're just going to take this right out.
Don't punch it.
No punching. See, and it's still sticky, just like she said. I decided I'm going to make one. Oh, wait, should I? I don't have a big bowl, so our hole is going to be a little smaller. So, we're just going to put a hole in the middle.
There's a hole in the middle of the bread.
It smells good.
It does. It's going to be a big donut.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Grab some of this, which I was supposed to do in the first place. I didn't need to. Hers is really sticky. It's just so it doesn't stick to this. I did a little even anyway. And there we have it. Now, this is going to have another 45 minutes. Can you see that, my friends? If I had a bigger dish, it would fit right in the middle so that that hole stayed like that. But I don't, so I'm going to just use this one. And we're going to cover this back up and let it rise again. My towel will go. Right here. We're going to cover this back up for about 45 minutes. And then we will bake it. So, I'm going to set this off to the side here. Actually, I'm going to put it in my oven again. And then I'll let my oven heat up. The last 15 minutes, I'll just put it on the top. So, I will be back. All right, friends. I'm back. I am back. Okay, this has been 45 minutes. Okay, now I have 1 egg and about a tablespoon of warm water. I am going to do the egg wash all over this. I have the oven. Hold on. All right, I have the oven at 305 degrees. And then I'm going to stick this in there for 1 hour. It smells delicious in here. And this did a really good rise. You can see all the air bubbles, so I'm hoping because we have all those in there, that it's nice and airy and fluffy. I have strawberries that I think I might eat with it. If it's like an angel food cake. All right. There we go, friends. And my oven is preheated. This is oven safe, that dish. So, in it goes. 305 for 1 hour. Okay. And we're coming up to the end. I'm so excited. So, I will be back when that comes out. So, friends, an hour on 305. Okay? It looks beautiful. It literally just came out of the oven. Let's see. Actually, let me get my spatula here. See if I can. This probably worked better because it's pointy. Or not. It smells so good. But I have to tell you guys something. I was at lunch today. My sister, her boyfriend, my niece and the kids, and my husband and I. And we were talking about the bread. And I was telling my sister what was in it and whatnot. I'm going to wait until this cools. And I said, I was just telling her all the stuff, and I said, wait a minute. There was no sugar other than to bloom my yeast. Forgot about it. I came home, and I looked at my sheet, and there's a cup and a half of sugar that I did not put in this recipe. I can't believe it looks this good, and I missed my sugar. So, let me show you underneath. I'm going to bring you down here because this looks amazing. Look at that. I don't know. Let's bring you back up. I'm going to let this cool off for a little bit. It smells amazing. And if worse comes to worse, my butter I made for my rolls, I feel like such a butt, that I forgot the sugar. I was getting everything ready and that sugar was just sitting underneath my flour. It's the only thing I didn't put in a cup because I was using my cup measuring for the milk. Don't forget some of your ingredients. I'll let you know in a few minutes how this turns out because I'm going to let it cool for about 10 minutes. So I'll be back. That's day 2 of messing up the Portuguese recipes. Alrighty, friends. down to the wire. I took this out. I just used my spatula and popped around the edges and popped it right out the bottom. And there you have. Doesn't it look beautiful? It's still a little warm, but I want to cut it to try it. Especially seeing as there's no sugar in this. Oh, look. It's soft and mushy just like hers. It's spongy and it smells amazing. I'm going to try it without butter. Hold on. It doesn't taste horrible, but you can tell there's no sugar. So, I'm going to put this butter on it. I am so disappointed that I forgot the butter, the sugar. Because this came out beautiful. So, now I have the butter from Texas Roadhouse that I made on top. Oh my God. That upped the game right there. Seriously. If you can't have sugar, make it. That was super easy. Obviously, it comes out beautiful without the sugar. But it doesn't taste like Portuguese sweetbread. Obviously, because there's no sugar in here. With this butter on it, that gave it an amazing flavor. And I'm not just pulling your chain. I can eat this bread with that on there. Without it, yeah. I will make this again and I will put the sugar in it. I'm so disappointed that, because this has taken me all day long, you know, between the risings and cooking it for an hour on 305. But my friends, it's beautiful. Look at the bottom. It literally came out beautiful. But there you have it. That's the day in life at Starstylist Homestead. Anything could happen. I have had, 3 or 4 videos that I either did not like the recipe or I totally screwed it up. Remember at Christmas time, I had those, peanut butter cookies. I forgot the peanut butter and cooked half of them without it. And I ended up liking those better. This is good. Would be better with sugar. I think it would be phenomenal with sugar. The inside came out beautiful. The outside came out beautiful. Just, there's not much flavor without sugar. So there you have it. And might I add, if you want to make this bread and add spices to it, that would be really good. Just, you know, if there's a certain bread you like, if you like any kind of nuts or whatever in it, add them in. I think it would come out amazing on this. So there you have it. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, thank you. I appreciate you guys and hanging out with me. And I meant to check and see when my year mark was, but I think it was a couple weeks ago. So I'll go check and find out. You guys have a great night. Happy Easter to each and every one of you. Be safe if you're traveling. Enjoy your family. Nobody is promised tomorrow. I love you guys, and I'll see you again soon.